And we back in this motherfucker, bitch ass, nigga ass, bitch ass, trick ass, Marcus, trick ass, Marcus, bitch ass, Mark on the blue side of the game, because we are doing this week Mondays,
Fridays,
and Wednesdays, because we are now talking about Smackadown.
All right. Me.
Are you ready for a better show? Oh, my bad. See, I keep fucking up the songs. My bad.
Yeah, it's a fucking rerun as well.
For a rerun! Yup.
They screamed it. Are you ready for a rerun show?
I mean, that's why I tune in on a Friday night. Or in my case, when I tune in on YouTube.
Yeah, man, as scheduled, it's the Chief, Jey Uso, and Paul Heyman. And they're going to make us wait as usual while they make it to the ring. And after the Chamber recap and Pyro, what does the Chief what does he have to say? And Chief don't like that pipe damn you suck chant shit. And he says he don't think it's a secret that Smackadown needs him. And the same thing can be said about the Elimination Chamber. It needed him. What did he do? He answered the call. And that's what the head of the table, the tribal chief, does. He saves this place over and over again, and he defended his Universal Championship in the Elimination Chamber match voluntarily. Then what the fuck happened? He smashed Daniel Bryan, the most exciting ass whooping of the year and maybe the decade.
Dude's a fool, man.
That's who he is in this life. If you put anybody else in his shoes, they would have been bragging and boasting, celebrating, and Paul would have had to throw a party for them, but not the Chief. He's above that. He lives and operates in the ring at a high level so that nobody else understands. If it ain't perfect, it ain't him. And you want to know why it wasn't perfect, though? It wasn't perfect because of one man, Edge. He got one. He speared Chief in his ring on his night, and that shit could have ended there. But that nigga wanted to point at the fucking sign. Edge had to point at the sign and make it official. The Chief versus Edge at WrestleMania. And the Chief is telling that nigga now, he don't want it. And Edge don't need that shit in his life. I'm trying to get straight. This dude, man. So Chief is going to give Edge another opportunity to get out. Beat it. Scram. Split the scene, turkey. Don't look back. Go home, nigga.
Bye. Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord. Split you.
Skedaddle.
Move. Clear the scene. Move round.
Out the way. Oh yeah, man. Edge has a beautiful family. He's a father and a husband. Chief don't want to hurt him, and he likes what Edge stands for. His legacy, his comeback, and everything. That's all great. But Chief don't want to hurt him. So understand this and get it through your head. This is why a man like Edge just doesn't stand a chance against a man like the Chief. But Daniel Bryan may have a thing to say about that shit as he makes his way to the ring. And nearly perfect, he says. Chief describes his title defense at the Chamber as nearly perfect. Bryan just had to come out to say, from his perspective, he agrees, and how magnanimous of the Chief to volunteer and put up his Universal Championship against someone who already went through the Elimination Chamber match. Chief deserves to be celebrated. Damn near perfection. But Bryan has heard some rumblings of the people thinking differently. Chief, coming out defending his title after the Chamber, was cowardly. And to take a man who went through hell in a cell and starting the match immediately after the Chamber match was over isn't a real champion at all. And that's not Bryan. He's just addressing the rumors running around. And what Bryan was baffled by and wasn't expecting was the head of the table to defend his match in the second match. Bryan would have thought Chief would have been a main event spot, or would that time have given Bryan too much time, or would have given Bryan too much time in this ring. In Chief's very first match, Bryan seen how talented he was at the very beginning, and he knows Chief wants to create a legacy and be at the head of the table. So how about this? To prove the doubters all wrong, here's a chance. There's a lot of comparisons, and if Chief wants to end that all, Chief defends his championship one more time at Fastlane. Uce snatches the mic and asks Bryan, what the fuck is he doing out there? Huh, nigga? And all he hears is excuses. Bryan lost to the best of the best. Chief beat him. Okay, and Bryan is at the back of the line, Uce, and if he wants to get to the head of the table, he has to go through his right-hand man. That's Uce, and he's going to get him like he gets them all, okay? Bryan better be careful or he's going to get got. And there's a stare down between Chief and Bryan, and Chief says, after what he did to Bryan, does he really want Chief to hurt him again? And Uce snuffs Bryan with a forearm and tosses his ass over the outside and over the barricade, and Chief laughs at that nigga along with Uce as they make their way up the ramp. Ta-da, nigga. It hit the Chief's music, and something tells me that shit ain't over with though.
Man, that shoot, the whole promo is probably my favorite part of SmackDown every week. Like, low-key is probably the best part of SmackDown every week.
Wait for.
Like it's so funny every time. He just come out there and talk that shit. Talk your shit, Chief. That's all I got to say about it. Talk your shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is definitely, I guess one thing I can say about it, I think they're trying to blow through the storyline between Daniel Bryan and the Chief, and that's one part that I don't like about it because
got you all in your feels.
I mean, you know what I wanted? I wanted Daniel Bryan versus the Chief at WrestleMania, and if not at WrestleMania, why not SummerSlam? But it seems like they're just gonna blow through this thing at Fastlane.
I know what you want.
Hey man, you know who it is, and you know who it ain't. It's the spirit smart of the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And I came through to say, hey man, things look a little bit different here at 420, man. Y'all got like pewters and stuff and things and stuff. Hey, what's going on, Doc, man? Yep. Hey, guess what? That little vegan gonna get his ass whooped. That nigga gonna get his ass whooped. And guess what, Kevin Owens? We better not see you nowhere around here, you little fat bitch. Yeah, baby, it's me, always me, coming through, spreading good cheers and motherfucking high tithings. I'm gonna see y'all niggas later. Hey, Seth Rollins, man, I like that suit you got on, man. You was dapper as a motherfucker. Hey, dog, man, guess what? You still a bitch. And Daniel Bryan gonna get his ass whooped. And he likes motherfucking turkey burgers.
Oh, vegans don't eat turkey. He says he's bringing good cheer and shit. Not if you're calling me a bitch. I'm gonna slap him next time he comes down. It's coming. I need to get a clip where this shit first started. He was like, yeah, I'm smoking over some fire. And I mean, I don't know why you over there sitting there telling. I was like, I didn't say anything. I was just sitting there listening to you. Well, nigga, you the one that's talking right now. What does that shit all mean? What does that all mean? And he's had a chip on his shoulder and just had it out for me ever since then.
Oh, man.
We can have a talk. Like, I'm asking how.
Look, every time I get to watching some of this wrestling, you get to motherfucking talking shit to me when I motherfucking start. Look, hey, man, you was talking. I don't know what's going on.
I wasn't talking shit to you. I was talking shit to the Spirit Smart.
Oh, he ain't never here when I'm here.
I wonder why is that?
Smoking over that sticky.
Okay, all right. Okay, Adam Pearce is backstage with Sonya Deville discussing the decision of Bianca Belair as Edge steps in, asking Bryan about getting the title match at Fastlane before him. And though he was in the same Rumble, Edge won. And your answer? A commercial. Chief, Paul, and Uce is backstage, and Uce is apologizing again, and he knows he jumped the gun on this one, but Bryan disrespecting the Chief, but he couldn't let that shit happen.
All right. What?
Huh?
Wait.
Oh.
All right.
I didn't know what was going on.
I ain't even.
But Chief hands Paul his title, and Chief says, don't apologize. Ain't shit to apologize for as long as Uce gets the job done. That's all that matters. Handle that shit.
And handle it quick.
Yes. Back to Edge and them. Edge thought it was going to be a tag match between Bryan at Fastlane against Chief and Uce. And now this, what's going on? Pierce says that match, that was a match booked and that was pending. But Bryan showed up and challenged Chief and Uce stepped up. That shit was thrown in his lap. But look at it this way. If Bryan beats Uce tonight, Chief puts his title on the line at Fastlane and it's a bigger attraction. Edge don't like that shit as he walks off.
Mm-hmm. I think that is very interesting. I'm glad they finally gave... I mean, I guess we weren't going to really see what type of character we were going to get from Edge until now. But I like that we have Edge on SmackDown. Like, I like that he's just on SmackDown, and I'm with that shit.
He fits.
I mean, come on now. How long did Edge really, like, hold SmackDown down? Like, he built his legacy on Raw, and he finished it on SmackDown, you know what I'm saying? I mean, first SmackDown Tag Champion.
Yeah, him and Ray. Right.
Damn, man.
That was a brand split. Yeah. And that tag team and the matches they were putting on against
Eddie Guerrero, that triple threat was one of the fieriest matches I've ever seen.
Yeah, but like all those matches on SmackDown around that time, the tag matches, that shit was fire.
Until they got to Deuce and Domino.
The fuck was that all about?
Cherry.
This is post Paul Heyman when he was writing the show and it was better than
when
Monday
he was
Night
motherfucking listening in on that motherfucking media call. Yeah, that shit was dope. I wish they would do that again. Like, just separate the two.
Yeah,
separate the two, man.
It would be two different writing teams and stuff. Get that.
They really compete.
Get that fat ball caresser Bruce Pritchard the fuck out the way. The shit that I've just been hearing on Bruce, man, he's a fucking tool.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's more of that you gotta kiss the ring type shit.
He's a tool, and like he is openly doing everything to show, like, hey, he sucks the dick of Vince McMahon. Yeah. I'm not gonna combat him on nothing. I'm gonna sabotage whatever I feel that isn't right, and yeah, I'm gonna use my power that I have to get my own shit around.
Right.
All right. Yeah. The Mysterios versus Alpha Academy. It's a week of rematches. Gable shows what happened to Ray last week, and it's really no explanation for it. Let's get to the finish. And maybe the Peach friend zone and Otis was correct. What do we know? Gable takes a double 619 and a cover, and that's broken up by Otis, who gets the tag, and he hits the world's strongest slam on Ray. Otis goes to the second rope in the corner, and yes, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. I have a tag team. Well, actually, I have a singles match against Pyro, and this is not Bronson Reed. But Rey Mysterio goes spry. On you go. And Otis gets the win along with Gable. Was that your single of Leave It Alone? What the fuck?
I don't know. It was like one of those motherfuckers from the Wu-Tang Clan films, man, where the motherfucking old kung fu shits, where that old motherfucking like Shang Tsung looking motherfucker will disappear like a ghost and go woo. That's what it is. And then, you know, of course, those stereotypical dun 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 dun. There you go. Godzilla. There we go. I ain't never going over there.
I want to go to Tokyo.
Fuck that shit, dude.
I want to go to Tokyo for real. And then they got this resort in the mountains in, what is it, Genting?
I mean, look, hey. Cool. I know.
Genting, that shit is dope.
I just want to go to the beach.
Go to the beach here, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I want to know. No, I'm just bullshitting with y'all.
That one at Smith Mountain Lake is as far as I go. Fuck that shit. I ain't. Nope.
I do. I think I can definitely be fucked up off some rice wine and
sake. My god!
And motherfucking get coerced in the spirit of the time and eat me some live fucking octopus and shit.
See, I was with you until you said octopus. I ain't eating none of that shit.
Oh, you don't fuck with seafood like that?
I mean, unless it's shell, I'll eat my crab legs, lobster, and scrimp.
That's it.
That's all. You keep the rest of that shit.
I fuck with a lot of it.
But yeah, I want some real. I guess they do.
You don't do sushi?
A I don't understand what it's about. It didn't wow me. Okay. It did not wow me. Like
did you eat the black people sushi or did you eat the white?
Whatever my wife ate, she gets the California roll.
I mean,
I was like, man, shit, this ain't.
You try the tempura?
Man, what this gotta do with my temper, man?
It is what it is. Well, he ain't trying it, folks.
Nigga talk about temperatures.
Alright, well, you tone yours down.
No, like, it didn't wow me at all. Like, I had the California roll. I was like, man, this ain't nothing but damn, whatever type of fish is inside it. It tastes like coleslaw and a cucumber.
That's pretty much what that is. I mean, you gotta get real. Like,
I seen the shit. It looks nice to look at Kroger, but
no, you don't go to Kroger. I'm not going to Kroger and fucking with none of that shit. I just can't. Let me go.
I don't know the difference in quality of sushi. That's the only one I had.
Yeah,
I
would
had
never go
that specific one, and that was
it. Don't go to Kroger.
But I did give me some snow crabs.
Yeah, but this is straight. Nah, I ain't fucking with Kroger.
I did give me some snow crabs and.
Don't do that. Don't go with Kroger. Just that, like, I'm just gonna keep paying off.
I mean, they got the little guy in the middle of it, and like he makes it right there.
This is an off-air conversation. Yeah. It's all fair.
Well, I'm not going to Kroger for sushi. Yeah, man. Damn, you don't rate the match?
What am I rating? Ray? And
it's a match.
Oh, I'll give it a gram of. I give it a gram of some. It's not even Reggie that you left at your mom's. This is Reggie that you left at your boy's mom's crib back in the day when she came upstairs and y'all was about to roll up and you just tossed that shit somewhere and you just he moving out. He's about to go to motherfucking college and you helping him move out and all of a sudden, oh shit, there's that motherfucking joint we left there. And that was just at his crib and he's like, well, I'm gonna smoke that.
Why was you about to go off for him? You're like, man, you a rape? It was a match. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool to see Otis, but I kind of would like the explanation. We could have had more of an explanation, more so than having a match.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, look at the video. Let's walk to the ring.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's it. So I don't know what that's anyway. Miller highlight just because the heel turn now. I'm wondering where it's gonna go. Like I still want Dominic against Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania. I don't know if they're gonna have time for that to happen because they just have them as a tag team. Or why are they not in NXT? Why is Dominic and Rey Mysterio down there beefing with Legado del Fantasma or something?
That would be the perfect place for Rey Mysterio to be is in NXT right now.
Yeah.
It'll be the perfect place for him to be at is in NXT. Running with that tag team division, giving that tag team some color to that division. Like, I feel like Grizzled Young Veterans needs to go ahead and come up. They don't need to be in NXT at all.
Yeah.
There's no reason for them to be in NXT. There's a great gimmick that it's not Shadow Machine, it's
Ticket to Mayhem.
Ticket to fucking Mayhem. I guess the reverse Shadow Machine is the shit.
Yeah. That total diva shit.
Yeah.
Well, moving on, I guess.
Oh man, that would be dope. I'm just kind of thinking about like that would be super dope.
Yeah. Wow. Adam Rose.
Yeah. Oh, Mia Yim.
And this was before Mia Yim went to TNA.
Yeah.
Because she went down there with Marty Bell, with her Taryn Terrell. They became the Dollhouse or some shit. And now Mia Yim is back. So would you look at that? It's amazing who you'll see sometimes in the background who they use as extras. Like, well, holy shit, look at that. Yeah, man. It's Cedric Alexander. No, Oh, my bad. It's Apollo Crews, who apparently borrowed Prime Alexander's old ring gear. But I was just fucking around. It's to show off his Nigerian heritage. And who's his opponent? We'll have to wait, as Apollo has something to say, homeboy. He says a lot of people have been wondering what has been going on with him lately.
She got me.
Never know what's going to happen. Never know.
Motherfucker, the goddamn cookie got me.
That cookie, yeah. Yeah, man. He says a lot of people are wondering what has been going on with him lately. And before I go on any further, the Dot Man has a question. I have no issue with this. I have no issue with this heel turn, but this is just a question. If this was the end result after all of the ass whipping was handed out from the Hurt Business, why didn't he just join them if he was going to turn heel anyway? Just asking Vince and Bruce. I'm not tripping about the heel turn, but he turned heel, and the Hurt Business was heel, and
yeah, I mean, he could have been just the fifth man.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no reason why he couldn't be. He could have been running with the mid-card title, and Bobby Lashley has the world title instead of MVP having to go for the mid-card title.
Or MVP could just be in full managerial position.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, MVP come out. I mean, he could still be like the wrestling manager. I mean, that's pretty much what he does now anyway.
Or they could have even just made it brand to brand. As far as Apollo, if they still wanted to trade him off, still keep him Hurt Business.
Yeah.
Any of this make sense. But people say that it's not Apollo Crews. They know. And
oh my gosh, what you should do about
look at God.
Give Omos to Apollo Crews.
Wait a minute, you just don't get my nigga. Oh.
Hey, CM Punk! Hey, you're a fucking liar! I ain't a racist.
I'm sorry about that, but you just
such a drive fast.
You wait a minute, CVS 763, whatever your moniker is, whatnot. You just don't give away on my site that to anybody else. That's my nigga.
Hey, I got papers. I said his contract. He better. Crack that whip. Shit.
Whoa,
damn. CM Punk, you're a liar. Ain't a racist.
It's still that month?
Is it still February? What month is this?
I'm saying, you come and check with me next time you start making all the comments. You just don't give him to anybody.
Hey, I'll give him to you on February 30th.
Yep.
Throw it up there. 2 up. What? 2 down. Too sweet.
Too sweet. Bullet Club.
Kenny.
Bad Luck Folly.
Machine gun.
That was his name. I said, yeah, his name Folly. I was calling you Bad Luck Fail. I didn't know how. You're failing in bad luck? Whatever.
Randall Keith, you ain't got nothing on the stun gun.
Oh yeah, man. Once again, people say that's not Apollo Crews. They know, and to be honest, y'all niggas really don't know him. For far too long, he's been too nice and respectful, and in return, he hasn't seen that same respect. Being who he is and his family is, that shit is unacceptable. He ain't from the hood. We know him, boy. We know that shit. We know you ain't from. He's not from suburbia. He's from Nigeria. He's a real African American, and this is a real Apollo. His ancestors are royalty, and his great-grandfather, Akume Uha, ruled the Tiv nations, and he controlled some of the richest lands in Nigeria. He spent his days draped in gold, and his nights with 5 wives. And could you imagine that shit, nigga? 5, nigga?
I don't need 5 of them.
Yeah, man, but what if they got attitudes and shit like goddamn, all y'all gotta...
Goddamn, like after the 3rd one out that night, like, goddamn, you still want me to come down? Hey, y'all see what I did to the other 2? Look, I ain't even giving her nothing but the show stroke. The show stroke. Ooh, the show stroke. The show stroke. Ooh,
please.
Show stroke. The show stroke.
Could we please have a schedule on
Give me a break. Give me a break tonight.
What is going on? Can you please? Not tonight. Just not tonight. His word was law, and his power was feared. This is who Apollo is, and this is what he represents. These colors. This is what they mean. wealth, dominance, and power. Big E found that shit out last week, and like his great grandfather says, if your enemies defy you, you show them steel. Okay, Big E had the fucking audacity to tell Apollo to go back to catering, but he didn't. He went back to his roots to say to him what his great grandfather would have said. He showed that nigga Big E the steel, and he guarantees that Big E will never disrespect him again. And tonight, Shinsuke Nakamura will suffer the same as he's cut off by Nakamura. As he asked, do you want to be thought and dubbing? You got to be thought and dubbing. You got to be thought and dubbing. You want to be thought and dubbing. Too high to get over.
Yeah, yeah.
Too old to get under.
Yeah, yeah.
You stuck in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
Kashasha for y'all.
Kashasa.
Mama day, mama da, mama
Kashasa.
Everybody lying. Somebody is crying. No, don't be lying. Oh, you don't want none. You'll be starting something.
Okay. Oh, woo!
It don't matter if you're black or white.
You all go.
Yep, matter if you're Brock or white. Brock or white.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Hard Candy.
Brock out.
Eddie Brock.
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Winslow. It don't matter.
Kibli.
It goes not to matter. All you'll eat hibachi anyway.
And get Kashasha and go splash. Boom.
Apollo Crews versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Saint it.
Rematch. The finish. This is a week of rematches, or is it? Before the match, Apollo attacks and wants to show Nakamura the steel as well. And back from it. Is he hanging with Legado del Fantasma as well? Like, I'm going to show you the goddamn steel.
Yeah.
All right.
I think so. You know.
I didn't okay that 420.
Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that, buddy. You better take that with Apollo.
Wait, I was just making a comment.
Take it up with it by free. Take it up with it by free.
I was just making a comment referring to what happened.
Hey, I got little kids in my country with Bart Simpson t-shirts and AKs.
Okay, you're taking this too far, 420. How are you doing today, 420?
I am doing fine.
Why does your voice sound like that, 420?
I say if Apollo can do it, I can do it.
You sound Italian right now. That's different from the Russian that comes out on each one. I was like, wait a minute, like you're doing the Mexican, but he sounds Russian.
Oh shit!
Yes, this is Vladimir Perez. Yes, this is him.
Yo, I got the best. Fuck what all y'all say. I got the best impersonations in the game. They don't never make no sense. Whatever come out, bro.
But I love it.
I got the best impersonations in the game.
I love it. Fuck. I'm gonna stop. He's Nigerian. It's Italian. Bada bing, bada boom. You motherfucker.
Use a beach. Use a beach.
Kiss my cannoli.
I'm African. Oh shit.
Man.
Oh fuck.
I can't even do Mysterio no more. I need a break, man.
I need a break for 20.
Yes, 420. You have me over here holding my stomach from laughing. 420. You're good, 420.
I'm Mysterio and good at contact.
Yes, my name is Ray Tchaikovsky.
Oh fuck.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Apollo attacks and wants to show Nakamura the steel as well. And back from break. Yep. Rematch. The finish. Damn, Nakamura got dropped on his head after that German suplex, but it looks like he's okay. And didn't think Apollo was going to lose this one. Nakamura had to sleep on Apollo, but he makes his way to the corner and grabs his scarf, sending Nakamura into the turnbuckle. Apollo lands the enziguri, and then he hits, I guess, the angle slam? We'll call it the Nigerian slam for now, as he picks up the win. Well, coming to America 2 coming out, I see why they would do this, and I'm feeling Paul Heyman vibes from this Apollo, and I'm pretty sure that was his idea, keeping up with the current culture.
Keeping up with the current culture and keeping up with the fuck that that's what he came out as. And we came out as Yuha Nation.
Yuha Nation.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, if you don't know, like that's what I didn't like about him. I thought that's what they were going to do with Apollo Crews when they first got him. I thought they was going to,
really embrace his Nigerian
I just thought they was going to give him a actual gimmick in NXT. He just got pulled up way too fast.
That's all we heard. Like, I know that's all I seen on internet wrestling news before.
So before we start, I give this 2 grabs and so it's a bit not bad, but I wanted to see more. I maybe make Shinsuke bleed. You know what I'm saying? Give me. I want treacherous.
Well, I mean, this is TV PG. You can only go.
I mean, but to a certain, just really ramp up the violence a little bit.
I always said, like, I haven't. Being TV PG kind of takes away from a person that's going heel or that's a heel being that dominant heel, and it's showing visually on television. Like, without blood, it's rather difficult.
What you do though is definitely make a King of the Ring tournament change, because it looks like they might be changing Baron Corbin's gimmick.
Yeah.
So, which we'll talk about later, and then that's your new King of the Ring. Book it.
What do you say? Finals? Daniel Bryan versus Apollo Crews?
No, Daniel Bryan needs to be firmly in the World Heavyweight Championship.
But you know how I booked the last week with Corbin putting his crown on line and getting, but it doesn't look. I think we're gonna scratch all that because Bryan is going up against Reigns.
Yeah, and I think even after this, he might even get whatever happens after WrestleMania. I think we are going to get, and hopefully we don't get it before. We'll probably get it for free on fucking regular TV.
Yeah.
Edge versus Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, it's not a Nigerian beer, but it is Jamaican. That's why I'm going to give this a red stripe.
Word.
I've had several red stripes. Mm-hmm. Man, they are delicious. Mm-hmm. This match was...
red stripe is good when you're already drunk. Or at least you already started drinking.
Yeah, I mean, it's very light. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But just to enhance whatever the fuck you've been drinking before. Mm-hmm. You know? But, that's all I had seen in the beginning, like on the internet wrestling news and reports back in the day. Yuha Nation's coming. WWE finally signs Yuha Nation. Mm-hmm. Yuha Nation. Yuha Nation. Yuha Nation. Mm-hmm. Just to not do anything with them until now. Not saying that I'm shitting on it because, this is the way he was supposed to go. And I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, he should really go embrace the whole part of it. Like
having 5 women out there.
That's what, maybe that worked.
Yeah.
5 women.
Feeding them grapes and shit like that.
Instead of just having a regular crew, that'd be dope. Bring up, you can have some chicks that are...
And have his NXT, some of the NXT or developmental. And
like developmental, I would say bring like 4 developmental chicks or 3 developmental chicks and 2 chicks that you really trying to do something with.
And like T'Challa, those are his bodyguards. They will fuck you up.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You might even have them in Arsenio Hall. You gotta give him Arsenio Hall, man.
That one nigga on the side. No, this is not what we do this week.
We gotta give him a semi.
Yep. Hippopotamus shit.
Yo, we give him a semi. Yo, that's what Reginald do, yo. Give him a semi. Reginald. Yeah, that's where Reginald go. That's his semi. Man. That make it be his semi. Fucking put Sasha Banks as the main hoe, and then give him 4 other hoes. I don't see. That's where it sucks. Where all the kayfabe is just non-existent.
Yeah.
We should only know that, you know what I'm saying, that she's got a motherfucking man because of IMBD. Like, you gotta go look it up instead of it being on every piece of social media. Mm-hmm. Because it takes it takes it away, like when they do a whole lot of extra shit outside the ring. Hey, I'm not telling you how to live your life. I just wish you wouldn't live your life on all social media.
Yeah, it's definitely a positive and a negative when you do. It's like, well, what's my home?
Hey, you know who's worse? The worst out of it is fucking WWE. We don't need to see all these dogs.
Well, what's my homeboy's name? That used to be engaged to Bailey.
I'm not sure.
But I know he signed with AEW now.
Oh, okay.
We didn't need to hear that they are no. Because I think he posted on there, but then they turned around, just like a lot of other people, they put this shit out on social media, but then they're like, please respect our privacy. You already put it on social media.
Yeah,
what are you talking
about? Like, you do know you're a public figure and you put your shit out on social media.
Yeah.
Have you noticed, like, you don't hear a lot of shit about some Tom Hanks and shit like that and all them motherfuckers?
Yeah.
They don't live their life on social media.
You would never see me put anything on. You will not hear one single argument me or my wife has on.
I'm gonna try to tell you some straight up shit. Like the more famous and the more well known and the more notoriety this fucking podcast is, the less I'm gonna entertain anything, because it's gonna be like it's a no win.
Well, I haven't even posted a fully dressed cheeseburger since. You know, like, it's just some things, you know. People like we might as well live with some people on social media, the way that they put their shit out on there.
Yeah.
Quit running to social media and just explain. And then when somebody asks you about the shit, you get offended. I don't know why they in my business. Well, shit.
I mean, your business there, buddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with the choices I make on my social media presence.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
All right. The more you know. The more you don't, nigga.
I ain't tell you niggas nothing.
Chief is in his office.
Big move, nigga, big move. The surprise. Luchin.
Chief is in his office, and Paul says he just saw Adam.
Roast clip of the week.
He just saw Adam Pearce make it official.
Kayla.
Then Brian beats Uso tonight. He gets a shot at the Universal Championship at Fastlane. Chief says, so the tag match was scrapped. Paul emphasizes on the if Brian wins tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Liv Morgan versus Tamina. Do you give a fuck?
I actually do. Give this match a gram of who gives a fuck.
Did Tamina steal the Undertaker's ring gear from last year's WrestleMania?
Nah, that's the one. He got the ring gear from it was the WrestleMania that the first time he wrestled Triple H.
Ah,
yeah, that was the good one.
Well, damn show looked like it. I guess she was like, well, me dressing like Viscera ain't really working for me. Let's go with a couple of old other Ministry of Darkness outfits.
And then she said, "You done it now." You'll never ever be the same.
Cheap shots.
Badasses. Man, she tired. She only been out for 2 minutes. She blowed up. She almost dropped lived on her neck.
Man, we're playing GTA 5 one night. Shouts out to my homeboy Danny Lacey, who was a big wrestling Attitude Era wrestling fan. And man, so I sung that first part, and he sung the rest of the shit word for word. Shouts out Danny Lacey, his brother Robert, man. Good dudes, man. Good dudes for sure. I give a fuck about that more than this match. Tamina wins with a weak ass black hole slam. Man, these Fallout shows this week are painful to watch. I'll tell you that.
I mean, that's the only segment I didn't give a fuck about. Everything else I gave a fuck about.
This brings me down, though, when I see matches like this.
I mean, look, I'm glad Tamina's doing something. Let me tell you what.
What?
I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just a red, but Natalia. Okay. I mean, hey.
Her sister is...
I wish she knew how to wrestle.
Boy, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
That must be crazy, though.
Well,
he said, No, sir.
Who gonna be over there? Nah,
I'll holler at y'all later. I'm gonna do this podcast.
Call me if you leave.
Cheap shot.
I guess I'll rate that one. Let me give that a can of a PBR that's been out for about a week.
Whole week.
And you just ain't cleaned up the house. You might have gotten to it with your lady or something like that. Might have lost your job or something. It's just like a can of that with a little corner PBR that you left and you just don't give a fuck about anymore.
Nah, bitch, I picked up your drawers yesterday. Shit.
Like, I don't give a fuck about this match, man. Like, whatever, man. Whatever.
To be arguing with me? Shit. I ain't cleaned up nothing.
Look at it. It's been there for days. It's decision time as Adam Pearce.
You ain't even brush your teeth today.
And? Ain't like you gonna be in my face because you want to leave.
I call the cops. Goddamn it, call the cops. Shit. Where my mama at? Where my mama at? Mama, this bitch crazy. Mama. Help me, mama.
Why she don't love me? Why you doing this to us?
Why he on Facebook Live with his other phone?
You don't think I kill myself on live? You don't think I do it? No, I ain't strong enough to do it, but I was thinking about it.
You know, the thought is commitment enough, bitch.
Oh, please just come home. Please just come home, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you just so look at what you got me doing, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
That PBR.
Yeah, that PBR. All right, it's decision time. And as Adam Pearce and Daddy DeVille await Bianca Belair, man, look at all that fine making her way to the ring. Yeah, Bianca cut off Pearce to say it's been 3 weeks, 5 days, 2 hours, and 6 minutes since she won the Rumble match, and it's changed her life. DeVille asks, is it going to be Asuka or Sasha Banks? Lots of filler, as we don't know who Asuka and Sasha is. We get a video package for both to eat up some time, and Bianca quotes her mama and says, the choices define who you are, and her choice is clear. And just before she can get it out, Reginald comes out and says, Reginald comes out, and I guess...
I come out to tell you that he's going to do things, and they come in and do things. Hey, Sasha, she's much better than you. Sasha, I love you, Sasha. Welcome in. I don't know, she got COVID.
You said your mama was right. Well, I'm just going to skip a whole lot of that shit, so I ain't got to say that. Thank you for coming in. We might get some Huddle House in this segment, because Sasha comes out. She tells that nigga Reginald not to speak for her. Sasha says she's a standard, and if Bianca wants to make history, she will choose Sasha. Bianca calls herself the EST of WWE, and Sasha doesn't think so. She's number one and makes Bianca second, and that makes Bianca second best. Bianca says, she's gonna make Sasha eat them words on the grandest stage of them all. She points at the sign and bitch, it's on. Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 37 for the Smackdown Women's Championship, and that was a no-brainer.
So, what we gonna do in the meantime?
Well, if it's the fluffer booking, it's gonna be tag matches up until then, until one screws the other, and it'll be dissension between both. A lot of mystery. I don't know if
Reginald makes sense with her though. I mean, Reginald makes sense with her, or Reginald makes sense with fucking Apollo.
With the way she's Apollo. Oh yeah. I mean, with the way she's been acting, but like that puts Carmella out the way. We don't know if it's a ploy for her or what she has to do with this. We don't know. But yeah, this is the way they need to go. This is the money match. I didn't want to see, even though there would be a good match between Asuka and Bianca Belair.
I didn't want to see that.
It would be a decent match. Right?
Oh no, I mean, I'm not. I'm just saying for her.
In comparison to this match, this big money match right here, we're going to get was Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair.
Bianca gonna throw her everywhere.
Yeah, but Sasha's going to get her shit off too.
Yo, meteoras are everywhere.
And one thing we know about Sasha, she makes whoever she's in the ring with that much better.
She makes bigger wrestlers even better.
So my question is
like
always,
her and Charlotte, come on now.
Why do people always talk shit about Sasha like she's this Botchasaurus, like
when she had that one,
like Nia Jax? Yeah, it's retarded to me. But yeah, we're gonna keep it moving. Street Profits versus Sami Zayn and King Corbin. Before that, King Corbin wonders why him and Sami Zayn are partners tonight. It was Zayn's idea, and he needs a win tonight with Zayn's strategic ability and Corbin's strength. They can be unstoppable, and Corbin thinks that could happen and get them fucking cameras out of the way. And I guess they realize they need more tag teams. So, as I was saying, Street Profits versus Sami Zayn and King Corbin, the finish, because that's the trend of this week so far. And Corbin is on the outside, and the cameramen have really been agitating the shit out of him, and he's had enough. Cueing that music of Corbin's. Yeah, there it is. There it is. He shoves the cameraman, and this pisses off Zayn. Montez Ford, out of nowhere, clears Zayn and the top rope and gives Corbin, and dives on Corbin on the outside. Dalton hits a modified neck. Zayn and Tez tags in and hits the springboard frog splash on Zayn. The Street Profits get the win.
Yo, I
was trying to get it out front because I can't handle it when you get to that part.
Oh shit!
Leave and wave. Don't leave, just wait.
I'm interested in all of this. What's going to happen with Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn? Are we going to get a face Baron Corbin?
That's what it looks like.
I'm telling you, if Baron Corbin's still talking that shit as a face, I'm with it. Because his Baron Corbin in the ring is way more than tolerable. I don't mind to see if Baron Corbin get a title run. I don't mind. Like, I think face Baron Corbin, if he's talking that shit, might work.
I think, definitely people were soured on him as Constable Corbin because it was so much of him.
It was just and it was just people that I didn't understand the booking of none of that. Yeah. Like when you could have just actually used Stooges to do the whole Constable Corbin shit. Like you could have had maybe him, Kane, and then the actual fucking Jamie Noble, Joey Mercury, I think Shane Helms is back there too. So you could have had all those three, and there you go.
This is true. Look at Bray Wyatt talk his shit before WrestleMania 31. See, when you have him like this back then, like you just don't keep on dropping the ball. But I mean that's cool. That's a tag team. But they lost their first match with the Profits. I'm soured on the Profits right now until something happens. They've definitely overexposed them on main roster television. Didn't get to see it every week on NXT, and that's when they were very tolerable.
I mean, I like the match.
The minute when he fucking cleared Sami Zayn. That's incredible.
Like I said, I give this match 2 grams of some Reggie. I mean, it wasn't nothing bad about it, but it was nothing great about it either.
I'm gonna give it an ice cold. Ice cold old English 8.
Yeah, I mean,
shit.
It was good in a pinch. I like that new finisher that he tried to steal off of Will Ospreay. Yeah, it's like a weak version. I mean, it's not the same version of it, but hey, it's better than doing just the fucking spear. I hate doing spears. Is just fucking.
That's definitely over. That's overdone. Everybody has a spear.
Like, I love fucking what Keith Lee's got the pounce and he can't even get the motherfuckers to even do it right. I just wish he'd just motherfucking run them over. Fuck instead of.
I just wish he'd just go back to NXT.
Let's call a spade a spade. Please. He should have never left.
Yeah. Fuck all that, because my last shot, Caleb Braxton, is with Daniel Bryan, who says his chances of showing up at WrestleMania as champ is pretty good. Edge has took a lot of time off, and he doesn't know if he has what it takes to beat Chief. Edge shows up and asks Bryan, does he show up at Mania? Who comes out on top? And Bryan says he'll keep that to himself. So we'll see where that goes as well. 420 said that we're going to eventually get a Daniel Bryan versus Edge match.
Oh, it's happening.
Yeah, sign me up.
I just hope that it's an actual program that involves the title instead of you can't get past this hurdle, Edge. You can't make them become when... I mean, I don't really want to see that because you've been the whipping post. Like, Daniel, you ain't like you not the buck stops here guy no more.
Look, I heard it like you heard it, and we both heard it, and we both called each other when we was out hurting. So now that we're here, we're gonna hurt one another.
I mean, are we gonna have a neck match? Are we gonna see who can break each other's neck?
Yeah, we going back to retirement? We have a retirement match? I'm hurting now talking about it.
My shit did get stiff very quick, nigga. I don't know homo, nigga. That shit, my neck got real motherfucker. This shit, motherfucker, was not feeling real. Hold up now. I was talking about something else.
On this day, I see clearly.
My neck don't feel right.
The pastor Seth Rollins makes his way to the ring. What does he have to say? He says,
"You see both of those stupid motherfuckers going out like that. Like, well, shit, why don't we just work on each other's neck? You know how to be safe. I'll trust you."
Both of them ain't returning. They both had to retire on the same show.
So he don't want to beat them, so it just looks like it. But
he laid on top of them, luckily, and that's how he got the win. But yeah, both of them.
And now they motherfuckers, the face and heel commentary team of 205 Live. They always bring up their match.
Yep. You remember that time when I dropped you on your neck first, and you didn't like it, and you said that you couldn't feel nothing from the waist down, but you still got up. I guess it was the adrenaline.
Man, we on them drugs.
I mean, shit, but then you hit me with one and my whole left side just stopped working.
Man, you had me in the motherfucking yes lot.
You asked how come I was throwing?
I was trying to tap. My hand was moving.
You asked me why I was trying to throw all them right hands, because shit, that's all I could do. Man, throw the left. I can't.
You left-handed motherfucker. I don't even know what I'm doing with my right arm. People talking about, yes, nigga, you only got enough, but maybe he only put up one hand. Maybe.
I was blinking my eyes. That's all I could do. Yeah, man. Seth Rollins.
I kept on thinking Gangrel was going to come out and spit some blood on somebody.
Yeah, but he never showed up. That was just me passing out and just seeing shit.
Is that Gangrel? No, that's Ty Valkyrie.
Oh man. Yeah, she is signed with the WWE as well. Oh man, Bronson Rex Steiner, the son of Rick Steiner. I think he's gonna be a big deal.
Him and motherfucking Bardo, I don't know. He just the look, man. He just looks like the new fucking Brock Lesnar. Parker Bardo, I think that's what his name is. Boudreaux. You change that nigga's name up.
I guess. I don't know.
God damn.
Oh yeah. What was that? Yeah, we talked about Pastor Seth. He says his complaint he sent to management got a huge monumental response on social media, and Cesaro don't give a fuck. As he comes to the ring, Pastor is trying to reason with him, saying they go back a long way. Pastor took, I guess, from the Tony Montana clothing line, man, because I dress like him, I feel like him, and when you dress good, when you look good, you do other things good too. Like snort this. Okay, never mind. Yes, leave that alone, Tony Montana. Oh, I don't even know why I'm here again for 20. I don't know why I get stuck with. Anyway, Pastor's kissing Cesaro's ass at the moment, saying he's a star and he's got it all. Pastor questions him, friend to friend. Why does he always seem to come up shout? What's missing? Pastor says killer instinct. Pastor has it, and he can give it to Cesaro if he lets him. Pastor has done it all in the company, and it's time for Cesaro. If this shit would have happened a couple of weeks ago, instead of him walking out, he could be standing here champion. And here's Cesaro's second chance to embrace the vision. Take a week or two to think it over, and Cesaro's thought about it, and Pastor goes for a swing as he swung out of his fucking blazer. Then he's hit with a roll pin.
Straight from Landis.
Guess that's a no for him.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah. I want this to stretch into WrestleMania. Like,
yeah,
I don't want
to match. I don't want to match until WrestleMania.
Yeah, I don't think it's any time for them to book anything within the weeks to come. Build this story up right here and make it matter. And
almost make it seem like he coming out every week trying to ask for him to come out and instead of giving us a match.
And give Cesaro that shine that he needs on the biggest stage.
I don't want to see Cesaro. Oh, he don't want. He's a two-time Andre the Giant bottom.
No.
I don't want to hear none of that shit.
It's time, and I think that they're starting to invest in him. But as we will continue, Daniel Bryan versus Jey Uso. This was all the fall with these two, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm here for the finish. Bryan's left knee was the story of the match as Uso made it the target. Bryan goes for the running knee, but Uso counters with a chop block to the knee, then a super kick and a cover for a near fall. Uso goes to the top, but Bryan stops him and hits a butterfly suplex from the top and tries to lock in the yes lock, but Uso escapes to the outside. Bryan drove into the steps and he counts 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a double count out, and Bryan lands the yes lock on Uso back inside. This brings in the Chief. That takes the whipping of Bryan, but somehow Bryan almost locks in the yes lock on Chief. But Uso super kicks Bryan once again, then wham! Spear from the Chief, then the guillotine choke. Night, night. What'd he tell you, nigga? The Chief stands tall once again, but I don't think this is over as the show comes to a close.
I thought this shit was fucking awesome. I'm definitely gonna give this shit 5 grams of fire.
Okay.
I would have gave it more if this was like maybe the rubber match, but they already had a rubber match.
Yep.
This is like the 4th match I think they had.
Yeah.
5th interaction. This one,
Very hard.
I think this one was the best one.
Yeah.
And it's sad that this was the best one on a double countout.
Well, is it though, considering the first one was where Jey Uso lost his shit?
Nah, because that match wasn't this good.
Gotcha.
It was just a whole bunch of just, oh my god, he's just countering him and holding rest holds and vicious rest holds.
As I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, man, I wish I could review this whole thing, but
it was so dope, man. Like they really, it just shows you how good Jey Uso really is, because Jey Uso has been putting on matches dope with everybody. It's just when you get somebody who's really good and you get somebody else who's really good, you can't do nothing but put on a great match. I would love to have seen a conclusion to it. Maybe you have Daniel Bryan lose, but I'm just wondering when we're gonna get Jimmy back.
I don't know what they're waiting on for. I guess it has to be the right time for it to make sense. And I'm with Paul. It seems like he knows everything that he's doing when it comes to the Chief, so you just don't stick Jimmy back in for no reason.
What if that's how he retains? Like, I don't even give a fuck if Roman loses on that night after. I want Roman to retain. I want Roman to retain.
I said once again, like, you don't pull that title off of Chief at all. At all. Like, it'll take a
not no part-timer. I'm not saying he a part-timer. But
yeah, he is. He only has what 9 dates or something. I know he has short appearances. I could be wrong with the numbers, but yeah, he's part-time. The only reason why he's on so much now is because, it's WrestleMania season, but afterwards, how many times is he going to be on regular, in a regular yearly schedule? Oh, Brandy.
Oh, well, this was, my roach clip is definitely,
you stay want to get in last shots.
No, it was on my tongue. Man, the opening promo, man, that shit was so funny.
Yeah.
That shit was so funny.
Man, that could have been my last shot too, but not if I see Kayla Braxton, because as long as she's on Smackadown, that is my last shot. Corona Extra for the match, by the way. And yeah, man, it's funny that we see Brandy Rhodes on commentary. Because Brandy, she's a fine girl. She's a fine girl with a good wife.
Well, that was your Smackadown
and that's why she
review.
got knocked up by Cody.
And we'll be right back after this message. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. Everybody gonna die.